Do you feel that with your involvement that it helped raise awareness?
You know, yeah, I mean, BP came about as, because I'm from there, and it was literally in my backyard, and it was really sad. So, really, really sad. Did it help bring awareness? Thankfully, yes. I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't at all. But it did, and I'm so grateful, and it's all of you guys, and it's you, it's the yous of the world and of this country that actually took the information that I was putting out there and actually circulated it and read it and researched it, and that's where this whole sort of thing is going to basically. How old are you?
16.
You're 16. So in 2 years, you're going to have the ability to vote. And right now, 2 years seems like 20 years to me. I get it. I know. It's like every year. It's wow. When's this year going to end? But in 2 years, you're going to have a voice, a really powerful voice, and that's the power to vote, and that is a big deal. And I don't think that people your age really realize that at this point. So all of these things you're seeing, all these questions you're asking me that you guys have taken your time to come here on a Saturday and do, all the questions and issues and concerns that you have, guess what? In 2 years, you're going to be able to say in an election, in a presidential election, you don't stand for what I believe, and you don't stand to help the community I live in, or the country I live in, or the world around me. I'm not going to vote for you. How cool is that?
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. That's what a lot of this foundation also is based on, is empowering you guys, not for my own agenda. I'm here with you guys. I mean, I want my kids to enjoy the earth in this country and its coastlines and the rainforest just like everybody, like I have. But it's not going to happen unless you guys fix it. And basically, in 20 to 75 years, this is going to blow your mind, half of the species on Earth will be extinct. So when you're an old lady and you have children and grandchildren, 50% of the world's species will be extinct. Now, that can be reversed. That can be helped. And that's why, you have Generation X and you have Generation Y. You guys are literally like Generation Extinction. You have the power in your hands to say, that is not going to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to vote. I'm going to fight. I'm going to figure out a way through the bureaucratic channels of government and in elections and media of what you're doing and rallies and grassroots movements and getting up to having legislature passed, that you actually will be able to say, I'm not going to let that happen. So you guys are basically the single most pivotal and influential generation in the history of mankind, basically, because this hasn't happened in 65 million years since the dinosaurs went bye-bye. So think about that.
Also, being an activist for the animals, tell us about your involvement with the St. Tammany Humane Society and why it's important to save those animals.
Oh, the St. Tammany Humane Society. Yeah, I grew up, in Louisiana we have parishes. We don't have counties. And St. Tammany is the parish I grew up in. It's so beautiful, man. It's beautiful rivers and lakes and marshlands, and that Humane Society is where I've been getting animals for, I literally think probably almost 25 years. So I love the work that they do. They save so many animals every year. It's a no-kill shelter, so they house these animals for sometimes 2 years, 3 years. And I support them wholeheartedly and can try and do everything I can for them. And this year, we've been able to raise a lot of money for the shelter. Also, too, since the BP oil spill, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of animals people have had to get rid of their animals. Because they didn't have money to feed themselves. How are they going to feed their animals? So the St. Tammany Parish Humane Society is one of my greatest loves in the world. So that's why I'm doing all that for them. Because they give me animals and they save them. And that's the thing. That's the other thing, is that a lot of these no-kill shelters, and a lot of, specifically you were asking about the foundation, this foundation they're already species specific, meaning it is specific to one species that this drug will affect, making sterilization drugs so they can't breed and mate for cats and then for dogs, and then being able to globally administer these drugs to local communities so they can go out and they can take a hot dog and they can put the little pill in there and they can feed it to a stray cat, and it won't hurt that cat, but that cat will never be able to reproduce, and when that cat goes away, that cat will be gone. And we can slowly start to take away stray animals in this unbelievably inhumane way in which we have to treat them, and the hundreds of millions of dollars that the U.S. government spends every year on maintaining these facilities. Let's just get rid of stray animals. I mean, these are things that you can also do in your communities. You know, you can help stop this sort of widespread just unhappiness. You know, we have to treat these animals. They possess so much love, and they have the power and to give us that back. We should, I think that we should take steps to eliminate stray animal population. You know, we can't adopt our way out of this overpopulation problem. So that's just another idea of what this foundation is going to do. So it's going to be cool. You're going to like it, and you're going to be involved with it.
Okay.